newspaper review segment this year. No, this is the last Tuesday newspaper. You get what I'm saying? This is the last Tuesday session, of the full breakfast show for the year 365 days 2025. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, we are in the full breakfast show, in this review of this full breakfast show, like I said, and we're just going to get right into it. You can follow us on social media at WFM917. You can watch us live on YouTube at WFM917. You can listen to us on the go, www.wfm917.com. When the phone lines are open, I will call out the phone lines this morning. If you're just tuning in, for the first time, my name is Fumi Bangala. For those who do not know me, and for those who know me, you know. I'm your girl. I'm your girl all day, every day. Okay, Rose is in here with us. She's a bit under the weather. So our thoughts and our prayers are with her right now. Okay, let's us get into it. In the Punch newspaper, we have U.S. airstrikes. DHQ steps up watch on fleeing terrorists. Port Harcourt refinery supplies 3,150 diesel trucks despite shutdown. That is, good news. Tax laws. Rep Scapos opposes rule out. Court battle begins on Wednesday. Moving over to the Guardian newspaper, we have Tinubu speaks with Anthony Joshua, offers condolences over associate's death. Next up, we have in the Guardian, NLC vows to reject unjust tax system. Next up, we have legal challenge threatens new tax regime ahead of January 1st, 2026 take off. Moving over to this day newspaper, we have road crash. Tinubu commiserates with Anthony Joshua. FRSC blames over speeding. See, we are at the end of the year. I saw a tweet where somebody said, our parents, how did the person put it? Our parents being extra careful, extra prayerful, extra watchful at the end of the year. Like now I'm getting it because you might say, oh, you're being superstitious, but we've seen time and time and time again how the end of the year seems to take a lot of people. So as you go about your activities, as you go about your day, please make sure that you're driving safe. Please be safe. Please be safe. It will not be nice to get to day 364 and then, please be safe. And we commiserate with, of course, Anthony Joshua, his teammates that he lost, the family members. I don't even know. It's just really, 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 really sad. There was someone also, a notable person on Instagram that passed on yesterday. And I was just like, what's going on? His case was even different because he had scheduled his post after taking his own life. And I was just like, what exactly is going on? May their souls rest in peace. Next up in these things, where we have Wike Fubara, not Rivers APC leader. He decided late. Re-election is not guaranteed. I don't even know what concern Wiki for inside Rivers matter. Whether Fubara do APC, whether I do PDP, I don't want to concern you. Oh yeah. Every other day, you see Wiki and Fubara, Wiki talking, Wiki something, Wiki say, it done too much. Anyway, next up we have the Daily Trust newspaper. National grid collapses again. Tom. Another headline in the Daily Trust, we have Northern elders beg your pardon to Nigerians oppose federal government's reckless borrowings. Gazetting tax laws illegal, says lawyers. Next up, we have in the Vanguard newspaper, PDP crisis, Wike attacks Makinde and Fubara. I just finished talking about this thing now, but 2027, I'm better prepared to lead Nigeria, says Peter Obi. In the Premium Times this morning, Nigeria suffers power outage as grid collapses. Thank God, say we will get lights. There was no light yesterday, yeah. But in the middle of the night, they were able to restore it. So that's good, and I'm hoping that's the same for a lot of people in their own locations. It's a betrayal, says NNPP. NMP rejects Kano governor's planned defection to APC. They're calling it a betrayal. Next up in the national dailies this morning, we have EFCC arraigns ex-Attorney General Malami son, and that's for money laundering. This happened on, yeah. Um, the Nation newspaper, boxing icon Anthony Joshua stable after fatal car crash. Next up, we have Makinde destabilizing PDP for selfish reasons, says okay. Then we move over to the cable newspaper where we have 7 journalists killed in Gombe road accidents. May their gentle souls rest in perfect peace. Power supply disrupted as national grid collapses. Next up, we're moving up to the Daily Trust 2025, fourth national grid collapse wreaks havoc on Nigerians and businesses. Next up, we have NDLEA uncovers warehouse, recovers 347 kilograms of cannabis sativa in Ogun State. God, I beg. Next up, we have Anthony Joshua accident. Tinubu gives updates after conversation with boxer. Then we move over to the Tribune newspaper where we have Ekiti gubernatorial PDP meeting as INEC publishes names, details of candidates. And then finally in the Tribune newspaper, why PDP may not survive 2027 says Wike. Please, which party is Wike in? Because I'm pretty sure that he was he not like suspended? I'm not even sure. Is he still in PDP or is he in APC or is he a mixture of both? Is he playing for both parties? I mean, these are legit questions. In the pen pushing newspaper, we have 2 foreign nationals killed in Anthony Joshua's crash, says Ogun State government. I'd seen people say, oh, the road was bad, the road was bad, the road was bad. I happened to ply that road early this early this month, yeah. I think the second week of December. And let's say the truth where the truth is. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, that road is good. It's no potholes. I think you're going far in anything way past Ibadan. I'm not even sure, but they were going to Open State, so that's another matter entirely. Then pushing newspaper, we have 2 foreign nationals, like I said, killed in Anthony Joshua crash, says Ogun State government. Finally, we have blackout as national grid collapses in Nigeria. So those are the headlines this morning. You want to do well to copy a copy, but right about now we are going to be tackling some of the headlines that caught our eye this morning. And to do that with us this morning, we have our analyst. Good morning, Adeyemi.
Good
Good,
morning, Fumi.
good morning. Good morning, Adeyemi. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. And you?
I'm fine. How does it feel to be on the second to the last day of the year?
Oh, well, we give glory to God because He's the one that's made it possible. It's not by anybody's power, it's not by our righteousness or the uprightness of our heart, but it's by His divine grace that we are counted among the living. So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's a beautiful thing, to witness.
Yeah, the next time we'll be seeing next week, it will be next year. So let me just say Happy New Year in advance to you right now.
Thank you, and same to you.
All right, let's get into it this morning. Our first headline that caught my eye is from the Vanguard newspaper. And I mean, we've talked about Wiki and his antics here quite a few times. But this time around, he's going about attacking people. Oh, he's attacked Fubara, he's attacked um, the governor of Oyo State, that's Shea Makinde, as well. And he let me start again. He's so the minister of has that's Jason Wike has attacked Governor Shea Makinde for saying that that's Wike, promised to hold the People's Democratic Party for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He denied it, right? However, we're seeing back and forths with this thing. Makinde has said that his relationship with Wike collapsed after the former River State governor made, excuse me, what he described as an unsolicited declaration during a meeting with the president. He said, I was in a meeting with the president, his chief of staff, and others. And Wike said to the president, I will hold PDP for you against 2027. And I mean, you might be inclined to believe because we've been seeing a lot of drama going about with defections, and somehow, Wike's name seems to be in the middle of all of it. Um, what is the issue? Like, how do you explain this question? Where do we go from here? How do we meet in the middle with this Wike coming after everybody in PDP and so on and so forth? Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Talking about Wiki and Makinde, we must not forget that they formed an alliance while they were both in PDP, although they are still in PDP as it is. But we must not forget when they formed the G5. But there's nothing that lasts forever. That's an aspect that everybody should understand, especially when your ideology at a point, come to differs. Perhaps maybe may have to do with your ambition. So many things could have counted for all that is happening at the moment between Wike and Makinde. And talking about all that has been said, that Wike said is going to make sure that PDP, he owed PDP for Tinubu come 2027. Well, like you said, he denied it. You see, I don't always make matters when there are issues between two people and the other person denied, the other person alleged, and the other person denied. That's a problem. But the truth of the matter is the body language. Over the time, we all understand that the body language, and we have seen it, it's not even body language only. He has come out physically. We all can see. Presently, he's working for Mr. President. So everything he does in support of Mr. President. So if peradventure he said so, then it shouldn't be a thing of surprise to anybody in Nigeria, even anybody anywhere in the world, when you are conversant with Nigerian news. So that's not an issue to me. That is not an issue. Whether he said it openly, he expressed it, or indirectly, is by implication, then all things being equal, we have seen it from the word go, right from the day that they formed that G5. We have seen it that Wike actually is in support. It's going to when they couldn't, make way with the other PDP members, when they stood on their ground on supporting the southern candidate, and ever since he has been made the minister of FCT, then we have seen that his support, his loyalty is more like 100% to the president. So, as it is, if he says, I'm going to hold PDP, well, that depends on the PDP he's talking about. Do you understand? It depends on the PDP he's talking about. Now we have about two factions. So that of the Makinde may be different from his own. And if it's the generality of the PDP, good luck to all of them. All we are saying is that we want a good governance. Mm-hmm. All we are saying is that we want a country that works. That's all that we cared about. It's not about two people who one assert, one report. No, that's not our business. Our business is a better Nigeria, where you and I can live and can be proud that we live the Nigerian dreams. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Adeyemi, for that. I think my next question would be that if he's like, based off of what we've been seeing in PDP, the back and forth, the drama that's been going on, is it safe to say that maybe he's actually holding PDP? Would you say that Wike is also what's the word, a pivot? He plays a pivotal role in the, I don't want to say destruction of PDP, but for lack of a better word, yeah, in the dissolution of PDP and all the drama that is going on.
Well, you see, it will be of disservice for anybody, and it will not be fair And I will say it, and I'm going to say it here without fear of anybody. If you say Wike is destroying PDP, then you are not in Nigeria over the years. And you should understand one thing. You see, if all the gladiators in PDP at the point all left PDP for other parties, and with some Wike stayed back and make sure that the footing of PDP remains. And now people are now coming after they have defected, they've gone rigmarole, they've gone everywhere, now come back to PDP. And at the same time, they now saw they do not have the opportunity that they are looking for. And they now decided to go out of PDP. And now you're saying, Wike, is it destroyed? Wike is not destroyed. It's only based on the ideology that he believes in. We must understand this. That is the ground he stood over the years. Now you can't say somebody that stood and make sure that the party existed when at the fact that the party could have gone completely out of the political space in Nigeria, held it together, sponsored it, make sure that it became a voice in the nation. That same person will want to destroy it. I don't believe that. The truth is that because of their various ambitions, let's not deceive ourselves when it comes to the issue that we have on ground. When you see the body language already, the governor of your state is already making it known to every one of us that he wants to go for the presidency come 2027. You must understand that. So with that and so other people who for one reason or the other see that, okay, this is one of the person that actually can stand up to Wike. That's why you see people gathering around him for one reason or the other. But I will tell you, Wike is not there to destroy PDP. And every move that he has ever made is to make sure that the essence of PDP is realized as a party that stood the ground and does the right thing. He does not believe, and that is one thing about Wike, whether you like it or not, you must give that to him. He will want things done the right way. He wants the right peg to be put in the right hole, not a square peg in a round hole. That is his own ideology, and that's what he has been fighting for. Comes to the soul of PDP. So I don't see Wike being captioned or being addressed as a person who wants to destroy PDP. It is based on the fact that the other people will not want to agree to his idea of what PDP should be, what they should do as it is in PDP. You know, don't forget that you people, you talk about, you are talking about PDP, Wike now. You did not even talk about those who actually initiated the destruction of PDP. You did not talk about Atiku. You did not talk about Ayosha Ayu. You did not talk about all these people that actually mess up PDP. You saw a whole lot of them. Now they exited, they are in ADC. David Mark, ADC. Is he not a PDP member? Bukola Saraki. All of them that are PDP stalwarts. You know, though, to me, Dino Melaye does not have any footing. So that one does not have any class. There's no pedigree when it comes to party stuff. We don't know his followers. So that one, now just minor. But we're talking about Atiku and the likes, who actually command respect in the political sphere of this nation, and who happen to be the big wigs when you talk about party members of PDP. Do they really care? Do they really care about the soul of that party? They don't. All of them, what they are just after is to achieve their ambitions. And what's the ambition? So even apart from dreams that, okay, they want to be president, even relevance, where they can, as it is, the fact that their party is not in power actually has rendered most of them useless financially. So they are more like a pop-up, more like beggars everywhere because they have expended their money on, on elections and they lost. So with that, they have to just find a way by which they can just grab the power at all cost so that they can enrich themselves over again. That's what you see that is happening everywhere. So please, let us not castigate Wike for whatever is happening. It's not only Wike that, you see, if Wike is fighting, if he has issue with Fubara, and he has issues with what's so called Makinde,
Kinde.
Makine's case differs. Makine's case is also because of Makine's ambition. We must, you see, we don't just look at the matter at the surface level. We should be able to deep and see what are the causes, the root of the causes of the issue that we are talking about. So when you look at the root cause, that's where we can categorically say, okay, this is where this plant is going. Until then, we can't say anything otherwise.
Hmm. Thank you so much for that. The phone lines are now open 07000 917 or 9155 You can call our toll free line 0800 1235 917. You can text or WhatsApp us on 08155 917 or 0703 1756 537. Let's take these messages before we go ahead. Morning to you in the studio. On the new tax law, it's good for Nigeria if there is any discrepancy in the law. The National Assembly should look into it and do the needful simultaneously, as the law implementation should start by January 1, 2026. Those people who said the law shouldn't be those who
Implemented.
said the law should be suspended are tax invaders, are evaders, and do not wish this country well. Federal government and National Assembly should not listen to them. And kudos to Nigeria's military for the airstrike on Zamfara bandits, and is a welcome development. That's from Additional Wasiu in Ikodo. Thank you so much, Additional, for your message. We appreciate you. Glad AJ survived, but two dead on a death trap highway, no ambulances, victims held in police vans. This isn't tragedy, this is negligence. Nigeria deserves leaders who fix roads, not excuses. Prayers for the families, rid of the system. It is well with Anthony Joshua, says Olusoga Ajayi from Odonla Ikorodu. Thank you for your message, Olusoga. Mayor says, beautiful morning to you all in the studio. I just want to use this opportunity to thank President Trump for coming to our rescue. But let the names of the sponsors be released because the sponsors are more dangerous than the bandits and Boko Haram. Left to Tinubu and his followers, they will never release their names because APC came to power through violence and bandits. I really thank God today because my prayer for Nigeria is working. When I always say, "Oh God, arise and trouble those that trouble Nigerians," today the enemies of Nigeria are being troubled. I repeat, "Oh God, arise and trouble those who are troubled Nigeria." Thank you so much, Mayor, for your message. We're just gonna go straight into the next headline, which is what some of our newspaper family have touched on, which is the U.S. airstrike that happened on Christmas Day and night. This one is from the Punch newspaper. But before I even go into the newspaper, Ademi, what are your thoughts on that airstrike that happened on Christmas Day?
Thank you very much, Fumi. It speaks a lot of volume and it passed a great message to Nigerians. Like most people were agitating before it happened, it was everywhere in the media that now U.S. should come to the rescue of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, eventually they've done that. There has been airstrike. And I tell you, I heard in some quarters that some people are saying there are no victims. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. There are multiple victims. Those people were actually hit. So whatever the propaganda they want to put in there, the truth is, why are they fleeing? Do you understand? But my own concern is this. Now that the airstrike that hits those people, the Lukurawas and the others, what is the so-called Nigeria army doing? Like what we read in the paper, in the newspaper this morning, that they are monitoring their movement. Do you have to monitor their movement, or you have to lay ambush? That's what they ought to have done. They ought to, when they know that, okay, there's going to be a coordinated airstrike. You people have the information. You are meant to lay ambush so that wherever they are, whatever direction they are running to, they will enter into your hand. You neutralize them. I thank God for Babangida. He has spoken up. He said there is nothing like negotiating with the bandits. There's nothing like amnesty for them. He said neutralize every one of them. After you have done that, those people who are advocating for them, then interrogate them and deal with them as well. You see, this is how to handle situation like this. It is not with kid gloves. It is not, you see, what really happened, you see, we may say this, but like I said some times ago, I said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not bother about 2027 as a time for him to come back to power. What President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be interested in, as it is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should try in as much as possible to achieve by making sure that these so-called terrorists are neutralized, irrespective of whoever is their godfather, their sponsors, or group of people, or a particular sect in Nigeria that are the one behind the scene sponsoring these people. When he does that, look, Nigerians, what we want as Nigerians, don't forget that it is not only the Northwest or Northeast that make up the population of Nigeria.
Yeah.
The North Central, if they are being neutralized, I tell you they will celebrate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Northeast, part of them will celebrate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Northwest, part of them will celebrate Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now coming to Southwest, South, and Southeast, we will all follow suit that yes, he is doing our bidding. He is doing exactly what we want him to do. And with that, I can tell you that he will just ride roller coaster 2027. That's on the part of security. Now, when you talk about every other aspect, talking about the economy, look, all Nigerians are asking for is an economy that is robust.
Yeah.
Is an economy that every Nigerian can benefit from.
Yeah.
That's what Nigerians are asking for. If it's able to achieve this, then I tell you, no matter the propaganda of the opposition, no matter what they say, it is what we are feeling as the people. It is the effect of his government, of the economy, of whatever policies that he's doing, that we will be reacting to. We will not listen to the propagandas, because we know that whatever he does, no matter how good it is, they will always look for the flaws. That is their nature. It is normal. And it is only in this dispensation that I've seen that opposition, they don't criticize constructively. If we go back to the 80s, In the era of MPN and UPN and MPP and all these other parties, you would realize that way back then, whenever you see, let's say, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Jeremiah, criticize the government of Alhaji Shehu Shagari, you will see constructive criticism in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he does not, as this one are disparaging the country as it is, they don't do that then. He will only give you, he will say just maybe a phrase and make a statement that, oh, I see the ship of Nigeria heading towards the rock. That Nigeria government should steer the course so that it does not hit the rock. That's what you hear. He will not tell you, oh, Nigeria is this. Nigeria. No. Those were people who have understanding of governance.
Yeah.
The country you want to govern, you are already destroyed the image of that country, and you want to come back. Are you going to redeem the image? How are you going to? Will you be able to redeem the image that you will spoil within time, and you will redeem in the 2 times that you are going to have? It's not possible. It's not possible. We should find a way when we want to speak to the government. We are not saying we should not say things the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
But please, you must mind the fact that it is not only you and the people of this country that are watching. It is not you and the people of this country that are interested in your country. The outside world are more interested in your country even than you yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, they want to have a lot of things to do with you. Diplomatically, business-wise, investment, in all spheres of life. But by the time you continue to disparage your country, then you are selling a bad reputation about your country to them. So you are telling them invariably that they should have nothing to do with your country. So that's one aspect that we need to look into, and our politicians must be guided in this respect. They must be guided. If you want to achieve anything, please, there are ways to achieve it. It means that I remember, as a young man then, when you are toasting you are going out with a girlfriend, and somebody wants to, take over, they will go and look for all sorts of things to say about you, to discredit you, malign your character, so that the girl will have the reason to say, it's
I'm
not
not
worth.
doing again. Mm-hmm.
So by the time the girl later discover that all this they have said about you are all false, you will see that even they themselves will be ashamed. They will not be able to come around again. So that's exactly what we are doing.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a bride as a nation. Is a bride to the entire nations of the earth. We must understand that whatever happens to Nigeria affects Africa. If we are able to get it right, I tell you, that means Africa has come of age. Nigeria is the soul of Africa. So we must understand this and make sure that we are able to pronounce and to present Nigeria in a better image than what we are doing at the moment. God help Nigeria.
God help Nigeria indeed, though, because when you say Nigeria is the pride of Africa, sometimes when we're growing up, it was that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. But right now, the many things that are going on in the country, it makes you wonder, like, what exactly is going on? Why? And we are the ones that are most blessed. Our country is blessed. Our country has diverse natural resources, and yet we are still struggling with things like this. It just makes one wonder. I'm not even going to lie about, was it last week? I think it was last week. I started considering where I should leave the country again because but like you already said, we are the ones that will build the country, and it might be tough. It might look like it's not going to work, but we're the ones that will build the country, and we need to figure out a way to do so. It's just that you help us beg the government, because it seems like you have direct access to the government to say, because All that we need is proper administration of our resources. All that we need is proper people government officials who are very, very interested in the well-being of not just the country, but also of the inhabitants, the citizens of the country, which is to link it to the topic at hand, is that the reason why we're having these issues is because we don't know the sponsors. We've been hearing up and down the sponsors and then the government. And it's just sad because if you're in the government and you're the one sponsoring, terrorism, it leaves a little to imagine.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. Good morning,
Good
Madam
morning,
Fumi.
Evangelist Dixon. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Mr. Adeyemi, my good friend.
Good morning,
My
sir.
God will bless you. My God, my God will reward you and your family. In short, I don't need to repeat what you have just said. I quite agree with what you are saying. Everything you have said. All of us want a Nigeria that works, a better Nigeria, and we hold our government accountable. Sometimes the way we criticize, when we come and say, but somebody will say you are supporting Tinubu, you are this, you are that, you are this. Thank God, some of us, we are started realizing that almost all these politicians, their interest, comfort, their ambition. What is happening now? So when we realize that we know really what to do, not coming on board, we come on radio like this and start abusing one another because I support to give this and support remember this and support the person. We ought not to be so. We need to unite together and fight this monster. When Trump wanted to come, we are saying it. Not that you don't want Trump to come. Trump should not come in the name of religion. People like us as an evangelist who study Bible, study Quran, know that at creation there was nothing like Muslim or Christian or Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Many of you don't study. Why we are ahead of you that you spend time studying that Bible. Person like us, we are addicted to the Bible. It's life manner to us. And as a believer, you ought to study that Bible for most make every. No pastor can teach you everything. The level we are today. Yes, do you know that some people have gone this morning? Tomorrow how many days to the new year? When people are going, any day sleep and wake up, appreciate God and do good. Because one day you can do anything and get away, but you can't get away when you come to God. Yes, if you have money, you are connected and you can do anything and do. But remember that there's somebody, there's an eye which you cannot see watching. If we all can do the right, yes, our government has their own problem. But in our little places, this is Nigeria, where they are working. This is business people. Some of them, because of money, what they are selling is poison. Most of them, if you see cannot take all of this, and these people will come and accuse the government. Some of them now, where we are working, the work you are being paid for. If they don't bribe, you not do it. Then how do the way we are relating to one of this one is Igbo, this one is Yoruba. In some place now, Igbo cannot give the house rent, Yoruba cannot give the house rent, Muslim cannot give Christian house, a Christian cannot give Muslim house. Is it in the Bible or in the Quran? Because you love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's the Quran. And I always tell you, because Muslim called Jesus Christ Isa. When you call Isa and call Jesus, somebody like on is the same person you are calling. Almighty God, Almighty, one God and one Savior. And later, which is Jesus Christ called Isa and Quran. If we all can do the right, if the military do their work, police do their work, Nigeria will not be what it is today. Because whenever we are not doing our work, we keep on appealing. I can really say, I'm not asking not to criticize the government, let it be constructive. You are saying something there about the roads. Thank God you say from Lagos, but some roads are, I think they've done something on the road. Very soon I travel. When I travel and come back, I'll give it to them, but I don't want to come to radio and lie. But I know if I lie, God will ask me one day. So we should always speak the truth. Whether we love them, when they do the right thing, we appreciate them. When they do the wrong, we criticize them constructively so that they will sit tight. All of us want a better man. Many of us are winding up, we are becoming grandpa. It's because of you we are doing all this, But some of you, they don't want to be patient at all. No process, no progress. So that's why parents should advise their children. I go out, every time I advise them, I go to their places of work, I know how their children is working under them. And tell them by the time you are maturing, people are around you, God will not hear your prayer. So we should always see the people around us as our brothers, see them like brothers and sisters. Love our country, love ourselves, unite together. We move this nation forward. I've enjoyed this country, but I still enjoy it again. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Nigeria will be great again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon. First of all, first thing I was going to say was, if Evangelist Dixon doesn't agree with Adeyemi, then that day is not clicking. But then also one of the things that Evangelist Dixon always says is, he is always emphasizing the need to do the right thing, as a country, as individuals, and that's something they were saying as well. Do the right thing. Okay, let's take these messages. Good morning. So Abacha said, if insecurity lasts 24 hours, the government knows about it. Your president from day one doesn't have the political will because of 2027 elections. You have people who were sponsors of Boko Haram, as Minister Matawale, your president, appointed because of political patronage. Also, 400 names of Boko Haram sponsors were given to your president by UAE. He hasn't announced. Sheikh Gumi is romancing with the government also. Your president said bandits and Boko Haram have repented and has been given billions. Is it not that they are from the same religion and your president is considering 2027 elections because of same religion, because of the northern elites for NLC chairman Ajero? He has failed from day one, romancing with the government, saying on his mandate they shall stand. It's a shame. This is from Lekon. Thank you so much, Lekon, for your message this morning. We shall be going to the next one this morning. But I wanted to ask Ademi, we've been seeing a lot of accusations from Nigerians to the president saying that the reason why he's not naming the sponsors is because he knows them and because he needs them, excuse me, for the elections in 2027. What are your thoughts on that?
Thank you very much. Well, you see, everybody, I don't know why that it's only Tinubu we have criticized much on this insecurity of the thing. Though we are living in the present day, but all things being equal, when it started, you don't really criticize those who were in power and those who are in between till Tinubu comes in. Talking about mentioning names, we had them say we know them, but nobody mentioned them in the course of their governance.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not forget, there's some few weeks back, some names were mentioned, some names were displayed. That we saw quite numbers of names. You see, when you talk about national, there are some matters that when they're called top secret. Yes, we may be saying they should mention them based on the fact that we are feeling the pain because of the destruction they are causing. But don't forget that if some elements are there, the best they could ever do, even in law, is that, you see, you tend to make friends. You don't create enemy. But the only way I think the man can go about it is call these people, draw their attention. Perhaps they have been doing that now, you and I don't know. Calling them, talking to them, the man, your names are here. We have seen that you are the one sponsoring these people. Is it not better for you to hands down? I'm giving you so time to do the needful. Speak to your people and let them leave the space. We saw what happened in the days of Buhari and El-Rufai.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that, how they were trying to negotiate the Mayati Allah that were in between negotiating with the terrorists that were imported. They were all imported from the neighboring countries. That's where the problem lies. Now they have come to enjoy the luggage in Nigeria. They have seen that Nigeria is a fertile land. So that's why you see that this thing, the only way as it is the onslaught. the onslaught first. When the onslaught, goes on, and the so-called sponsors realize that they continue to neutralize their people, at the point, they too will see that is an effort in futility. And with that, the government will do something. You see, but I don't want us to just say because of the 2027. That's why it's not mentioning their names. Look, let's look at it. Don't forget that there was a news that we had. I don't know how far it's true, but I read it. That Ribadu mentioned that even Sultan of Sokoto addressed those bandits while they were in the camp, when they were undergoing training. That the Sultan of Sokoto addressed them when they were newly introduced into Nigeria before they were divided into cells. They were divided into 6 cells. Northeast, northwest, north central, southeast, southwest, south. They were divided into cells. And he said quite a number of the so-called northern elites, the big power shakers and movers in the north, actually interfaced with those people. Now let's look at it. If by the time they are able to mention all the names that we are asking them to mention, and they mention all these big names, those that will, what do you think will happen? There will be chaos. We need to be intelligent enough to know that there are certain moves you cannot just make, so that you don't create chaos that you will not be able to undo on time. We must understand this. So please, let the government, what we should continue to pray is that God you give the government, the people, our leaders, wisdom to lead us aright. When God gives you wisdom, you will do things in line with God's ways. You will do things in line with the fear of God. That is called God wisdom. God wisdom, most people will say, wisdom, God wisdom. You know what's God wisdom? It's fear, the fear of God. The Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. God's wisdom is his fear. The fear that you know that when you do things, God is watching you. So you'll be able to guide yourself. That's the wisdom in it. So please, we cannot 100% castigate the president. And I want to correct us on one thing. When you say your president, is your president as well. You live in this nation, Nigeria. Any laws, whatever order, whatever he says, you abide by it. You can't go against it. If he says we are not going, okay, he has declared January 1st, public holiday. If you are working with government establishment, will you not sit at home? You would. Please, we must understand, whether you like it or not, is your government, is your president, anybody that is not on seat, that the constitution does not recognize that the president of the nation is never the president of that nation. No matter how you say, is my president, he cannot give orders. He cannot give command. He cannot say anything and it will be established in the nation. So we should correct that notion. Our president today, as Nigerians, is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Jagaban. So we should understand that. If you are from Anambra, your governor there is Soludo. You must understand that. We are in Lagos. Our governor is Sanwo-Olu. You cannot say, my God, we are in Lagos, and you not say, Anambra governor is your governor. It's not your governor. Because it is what happens here. It is what divides you.
Yeah.
So we must understand this. We should please put away this sentiment. You see, when we ourselves, we are not patriotic as Nigerians, and you want the so-called people and the governors to be patriotic, that we are making mistake. Like I will always tell you, They emanated from within you and I. They are part of us. What is happening up there is a reflection of what is happening here in the society.
Absolutely.
We are, you see, if we want a better Nigeria, we need to change our orientation as a people. You say they are corrupt. Are you not corrupt as well? We know how many businesses that has died because of employees or corruption. You see, when you go to a supermarket, you see how the whole place will be filled with CCTV. Why? Shoplifting.
Yes.
Shoplifting. Even sometimes in collusion with the workers there too. So what are we not talking about? So are we better? We are not. We are just the same as these people. Because of the same way that we reason, the same way we think, the same way we do things, it is what is happening up there. When you are saddled with the same responsibility that these people have been saddled with, you will do this. You will even do worse. When we were clamoring from the youth to take over the rest of this nation, Isbola, what's it called? Yaya Bello is the number one youth that represented us in the governance as a governor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see what he do. Come on. So if we want to, we are saying, okay, we should be given a chance, but we are not demonstrating that we are just enough. That we are people of integrity. That we are people that you can count on to hold your finance in custody and not mess up with it.
Mm-hmm.
We will not go and be paying $5 million for our children's school fees.
Hey.
Do you understand? We will not be globetrotting the world. We will not, after spending 4 years, the next place to go and live is Dubai. With all our families. How did you come about that money that you're now using to live in Dubai, to buy houses, buy exotic cars in Dubai? And yet you will come and be displaying this before us and tell you that means you are insulting us. But we're not doing it. You still see us as well, as gullible as we are, we still be following them and say they are our leaders. Well, what kind of a leader is that?
Mm.
The leader doesn't care about you. But when they come and say, the new government is this, you say yes. Did you really look at them that are talking? Are they morally justified to be the one, to be our mouthpiece, to speak for you and I, to criticize the government? They are not. When they had the opportunity, what did they do? Did they do right? All they did, was it to the benefit and for the benefit of the people of Nigeria? Was it to move the nation forward? No. And this, where we are today, is as a result of what happened in years back. Over the years, this is not just when Tinubu came to power. It's not. This is accumulation of what has been happening in every successive government that has ruled this nation. Because they have not led, they have ruled this nation. That is what you and I, we are facing. It is not Tinubu that put us in this quagmire that we are. This is as a result of what these people have done over the years. And thank God that this man is here now. Look, there's nothing you can do. You cannot take it away from Tinubu completely. I see some people in recent time talking about Coastal Road. Now everybody is now coming to his side. And it's just not only that Coastal Road. Have you seen the Sokoto Badagry? Have you seen the one from Enugu to all that, to Abuja, all this stuff? You go everywhere. You see something happening. That is how Nigeria should be. That's how what is called governance. When you are making room, making sure that everything, people can enjoy it. All this is doing, is it the one that is going to drive on that road alone? It's you and I. We can now, our traveling time between Calabar and Lagos now will be limited to maybe 5 or 6 hours. That means I can travel to Obudukatu Raj in a day and enjoy my time and come back the following day. That's what it implies. That means businesses along that corridor will spring up. A lot of business will spring up there. A lot of businesses. So what are we not talking about? That means employment will be there. And so it is in all other axes. That means that our produce from farm can get to market on time without being destroyed, without being perished. A lot of opportunities abound in what this man is doing. Please, let us support him as Nigerians. Please, let us stop following those people who are charlatans. That all they do is ills. They don't see the good in people. You see, if you don't see the good in people, your life will be depressed continually. But when you continue to see that, okay, this person, like my friend will always say, he said it's only what's it called? An imperfection that cannot tolerate imperfection. And that's the truth. It's only an imperfection that cannot tolerate imperfection. Because it is what you do that you see in other people. It's the same wrong you see in other people. So that's the problem. Why don't you see? I've always tried to be mindful. I don't want to talk about Obi at any point in time, because if we talk about Eve, honestly, except we don't want to be truthful. You see, you know why sometimes I don't like talking about him. Why I also said, okay, maybe Igbo should come on board is because of the fact that Igbo has not been there for a period. But that being said, it is not by saying it is their turn or it's anybody's turn. It is whoever is coming, how you are able to have relationship, how you are able to establish yourself as politician is different from just picking a state. So, okay, this is a state that is next. No. This is a relationship. These are politicians. It's a relationship between them. They are the one that determines how it goes. So let us have the understanding that we must have relationship with one another if we want to really achieve our dreams. There is nobody's an island. You cannot say, I don't want to do with those people, I want to do with these people. Don't forget that what you need may end up being in those people's hand that you don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it. All right, Adeyemi. Thank you so much for today's for your position on things and your contribution on things. I mean, it leaves one with more questions than even answers. And I hope that, the listener who's listening has all these in mind, going forward for them and how we can even make this country better collectively. Thank you so much once again for coming on the show. As I said earlier, Happy New Year in advance. I see you in the new year in 2026. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for listening to us today. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your calls. This morning, we truly, truly appreciate you. 9:05 is her lens, yes. And then 10 a.m. is Radio Doctor. Do not go anywhere. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Women Radio 91.